This is a KMVT sports presentation. From West Valley College in Saratoga, KMVT Sports proudly brings to you the 2000 Boys Division II Water Polo Championship. And we are just about to get underway here. Glad you can join us here on KMVT. I am Lazarus Sargenides, and there you see the Los Altos Eagles making their first championship appearance. And they will be taking on there in the dark caps the Menlo Knights. Los Altos with a huge semifinal win over top-seeded and two-time defending champion St. Francis in St. Francis's home pool. A 9-8 victory. And there right in the middle of your shot, actually to the right, is Jack Bowen, the coach for Menlo. Last year, a tough loss in the championship to St. Francis, and Menlo coming back once again and trying to win the CCS championship. Los Altos in the white, Menlo in the dark caps, and we are underway here at West Valley College. Glad you can join us once again. We'll try to run down the lineups for you. As right off the bat, a Menlo player gets kicked out, and Los Altos has a 20-second power play. There with the ball, number 14, Mike Murray. Murray looking around, finding Joey Dunn. Dunn passes it back to Andy Weiner. Lineups, number 3, Joey Dunn, number 6, Andy Weiner, number 8, Chris Kelsch, number 9, J.B. Signs, number 11, Jay Danforth, and in goal, number 1, Jamie Clark. Los Altos still with the ball and in control, trying to get the early lead, and there's a shot that goes wide. And there's a shot of Deke Rowell. He was hiding behind the lifeguard chair there. Got a quick look at him. And for Menlo, for Coach Jack Bowen. In goal, you have Robbie Burmeister, number 1. And you have number 5, John Blanchette. Number 6, Adam Haley. Number 7, Aaron Platshon. Number 8, Grant Zider. And there's a goal. Right off the bat, number 10, Thomas Foley gives Menlo the 1-0 lead. And Foley is also joined by number 13, John Fogelsong. And Menlo with the early advantage, 1-0. And Menlo with the ball right back. And we got a whistle, and the ball goes back to Los Altos. Los Altos trailing 1-0 here, early stages of the first quarter CCS Division II Championship. Menlo coming off an overtime win. There's a shot off the post and retrieved by Joey Dunn. He kicks it back out to Jamie Clark. And Clark will wait for his teammates to go down the pool. Well, after Los Altos defeated St. Francis, and the winning goal ended up being Los Altos' only lead of the match. Scored with 9 seconds left in the game. Then Los Altos and Palo Alto and Menlo played in the other semifinal. Palo Alto, the number 2 seed. There's a shot down in the middle. Shot blocked by Jamie Clark. And a nice job by Clark putting his hands up at point blank range. So that keeps the score still Menlo 1, Los Altos nothing. Palo Alto blew a 4-goal lead, and Menlo came back and won that in overtime. Ball being kicked around now. That's done. And Dunn now finds Wiener. Wiener down in the middle, but triple teamed. Menlo defense stifling that play, and there's a whistle. That's on Danforth. Menlo now. There's a shot and a goal off of Jamie Clark. And that's number 7. Aaron Platchon, and Menlo takes the 2-0 lead. We can take a look on replay and see the ball glanced off of Jamie Clark. And right off his arm there, and Menlo with a 2-0 lead. Mentioned Menlo last year losing to St. Francis in the championship. And they're trying to finally win their first ever championship. Los Altos and Menlo have never won a boys water polo title. So we will have a first here on KNVT. Whistle as the shot clock goes off. 35-second shot clock in water polo. Nice big crowd on hand here at West Valley. Last year, the finals being played during the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. This year being played a week earlier. Another whistle, and now Menlo. There's a backward shot, and that is, well, hits the out-of-bounds marker there, and Los Altos quickly down the pool. 2-0 Menlo. Goals by Thomas Foley and Aaron Platchon. And Los Altos 3 times were down by 3 goals against St. Francis, and they came back. There's a shot off the post and in. Beautiful shot. Number 6. That is Wiener, and Los Altos cuts the deficit in half. It is now 2-1 Menlo. And the replay. Wiener. Good shot, waiting for his opportunity, and hits the far post, and ricochets in. And Los Altos not to be denied. And a whistle now. Menlo has the man advantage. 20 seconds. Los Altos will be a man short. Menlo moving it around nicely from right to left. Now back in the middle. There's a shot. Goes off the post, and I think it went off of Clark as well, but Menlo quickly gets the ball right back. There's another shot, and there's a goal. Number 8, number 8, Grant Zeider. And Menlo takes the 3-1 lead here in the first quarter. So Los Altos needs to answer right back. There's a whistle down in the middle. And now Los Altos with the power play advantage. as Mike Murray was held in the water. There's a shot in the goal. And Mike Murray, after being held, that caused the power play, takes the shot and scores. And it's now 3-2 in favor of Menlo. So Los Altos scoring on the power play. And it's now 3-2 Menlo. Menlo should be in for a fight. Los Altos gave St. Francis everything and more. There's a block. Went off of Los Altos player, and it'll stay Menlo ball. At the top now, Menlo now down below. And the ball gets tipped out of bounds. I think that was off of Joey Dunn. And a bad break for the Eagles as Menlo now will keep possession of the ball. What would have been Los Altos' ball, now Menlo has a chance to increase the lead again. There's a shot, skip, and a score. Number 7, Aaron Platchon, his second goal of the game, and it is now 4-2 in favor of Menlo. Well, the turnover costed Los Altos a goal there. As Platchon, see it here on replay, he also waited for his shot, and he skipped the ball under the goalie's arm. And there's a long shot at the buzzer, and that is the end of the first quarter. 4-2 is your score at the end of one. Will give us an opportunity here to take a look at the Division II brackets. As in the quarterfinals, you see Palo Alto defeating Aragon. Menlo beat Los Gatos 6-4. Los Altos beat Midi 13-6. Lancers took care of Valley Christian. Los Altos a 9-8 winner in the semifinals, and Menlo in triple overtime. Sudden death, 11-10 winners over Palo Alto. As the second quarter now is underway. And a whistle and a kick out, and Los Altos with the man advantage. Now Menlo going from left to right as the teams change sides. And a whistle, and Los Altos gets the ball back. Second quarter, Los Altos down 4-2 here at West Valley College. There's a shot, ball was blocked, and Menlo with the ball right back. Menlo with 2 goals by Aaron Platchon and a goal by Thomas Foley and Grant Zeider. Los Altos 2 goals in the first quarter came from Andy Weiner and Mike Murray. Mentioned that Menlo won in triple overtime. Overtime rules in the CCS playoffs has it that there are 2 3-minute mandatory overtime periods, not sudden death. If after the second overtime, second mandatory overtime, and both teams are tied, then it will go to 3-minute quarters of sudden death. So whoever scores first wins, and Menlo, of course, scored First in the third overtime. Backward shot was attempted, but a whistle. Actually forgot to mention our referees for today's game, Mike Merlin and Lou Tully. And like that, Menlo gets another goal, makes it 5-2. And that is Platchon once again with the hat trick. 5-2, timeout called by Deke Roel. 5-2. Good timeout here. Each team is allotted 3 timeouts for the entire game to be used at any time. So first timeout goes to Los Altos. Players coming back into the pool now. Menlo 5, Los Altos 2. Los Altos probably was hoping that Palo Alto would have won, because Palo Alto had beaten Los Altos twice in the year. There's a shot, goes off the goalie, and Los Altos will retain possession. Los Altos losing twice in the league to Palo Alto, finishing second behind them. So the third time probably would have been the charm, or they would have hoped. Menlo, on the other hand, finished in first place with an 8-0 record in the Peninsula Athletic League. Menlo being the number 3 seed in the playoffs, Los Altos coming in as the number 4 seed. There's a whistle, and Murray now looking for open player, and there's a tip, knocked down. I think that was Foley. Thomas Foley blocking the pass. Now Menlo the other way. Down below. There's a whistle on Danforth. There's a skip down below. Now a whistle on Dunn, but the foul goes the other way, and it is now Los Altos' ball. Dunn at the top. Passing it off. Whistle. Los Altos now will reset. Los Altos working the clock. Skip pass off of Burmeister. Retrieved by Haley. He gives it back to Burmeister, and he throws it down the pool. And getting kicked back out, and now Jamie Clark. Los Altos down by 3. Mentioned they were down by 3 goals to St. Francis at 3 different stages of the semifinal match. And all 3 times coming back, and finally the third time coming way back and scoring the last 4 goals of the match to win the game. Whistle, and a turnover by the Eagles. Wiener couldn't find anyone. Foul on him, ball goes the other way. We've been stuck on 5-2 for a while here. And on the other hand, Menlo's probably happy St. Francis is not in the finals, as they have their problems with the high-scoring Lancers. So less than 10 now on the shot clock. Moving it around. Done. There's a whistle. Still Menlo ball. Need to shoot right away, and there's the shot clock going off, and Los Altos will reset. Only 1 goal here in the second quarter, and that's scored by Menlo, by Aaron Platchon, senior. He has 3 goals to lead Menlo. Down below, Haley with the whistle. Murray now looking for the open man. Back out to Wiener. Wiener shot, blocked, kicked away, and Robbie Burmeister accidentally knocks it to the out-of-bounds post, and Los Altos ball. So a break now for Los Altos. Menlo scored off a similar situation in the first quarter. So we'll see here if Los Altos can capitalize as Menlo did. Shot, another hand up and blocked by Menlo. Menlo still looking for the shot. And there's a goal. Great play once again by Platchon. Double teamed. He was being hounded and battled for his open shot, and he got it. Look at this. Gets by one. With two guys in his face, shoots it in, and it's 6-2 now in favor of Menlo. Menlo trying to make it 7. We have a whistle now. Late here, late stages of the second quarter. Los Altos down by 4. Largest lead for Menlo. Tipped by the Eagles and stolen away. Long pass down the pool. Whistle, ball stays with Los Altos. Down below to Murray, and that ball tipped away. Now again, Menlo down the pool real fast. They got numbers. Down at the 2-meter mark, and there's a whistle. Platschoff at the top, shot, and right into the breadbasket of Jamie Clark. And a long shot at the half as the buzzer sounds. Los Altos shut out in the second quarter. Menlo with 2 goals in the quarter, lead it 6-2. We are at the half. Third quarter action coming up shortly here on KNVT Channel 15. And back here at West Valley College in beautiful Saratoga. Los Altos and Menlo battling for the Boys Division II Championship. I'm Lazarus Sargenides. Glad you can join us here on KNVT. Los Altos in the white, and they have control of the ball. Start off the third quarter. Menlo with a 6-2 lead. 4 goals scored by Aaron Platchon. So far, he is the difference in this game, as Menlo holds a 4-goal lead. And coming up later, after this match, the Girls Championship pitting the Menlo girls against the St. Francis Lancers, which will be shown also here on KNVT. And after the girls, in a match that will not be televised by KNVT, the Boys Division I Championship pitting Soquel against the top-seeded Bellarmine Bells. Los Altos, their only 2 goals coming from Mike Murray and Andy Wiener. Joey Dunn down below, but there's a whistle. And let's see what's going to happen here. Ball will remain with Los Altos as Wiener in the corner now. And the shot clock running down, and he'll just kick it to the corner, and Menlo to retrieve. Menlo and Los Altos, each looking for their first CCS championship. Know that this is the first title appearance for head coach Deke Rowell for Los Altos. Menlo, there's a shot and a block. And the ball retrieved and shot and scored. The goal by number 14. Kevin Platshon, the brother of Aaron. As Los Altos now falls 7-2. And you can see it on replay. Jamie Clark losing control of the ball, trying to retrieve it, left the goal wide open, and the open net gives Menlo now the 7-2 lead. So a bit of a cushion now for the Knights. Los Altos now going the other way. Menlo trying to add another CCS championship to the school. There's a shot, a block by Burmeister. And Los Altos comes up empty once again on another possession. The Menlo girls tennis team won the CCS championship on Wednesday. And actually last night as well, the Menlo girls won the championship in volleyball in Division 4. Ball's going to stay with Menlo. So Menlo looking for their third CCS championship of the week. Well, third in 4 days. And the Menlo girls will try to make it a clean sweep for the week. Also, the Los Altos girls volleyball team later tonight will be facing Archbishop Mitty in the Division 1 volleyball final. So both schools well represented in the CCS playoffs. Teams making the finals. Ball down below, and again, double and triple team. Menlo's defense swarming. Have not allowed a goal since late in the first quarter, where the score was 3-2 Menlo at the time. Menlo then scoring the next 4 goals. Nice pass to the corner, shot and the score. Kevin Platshon. And it is now 8-2 in favor of Menlo. Timeout, Los Altos. Great ball movement by Menlo. We can see it here on replay. D. Rowell talking to his team. Look at this beautiful pass. And a shot in the short corner. And Menlo with a 6-goal lead now at 8-2. Los Altos a little bit overmatched here. Menlo taking complete control of this game. There's a kick out. Los Altos trying to cut into this 6-goal lead. At the top, Joey Dunn now. Back to the top, shot, block, and Menlo to retrieve. A whistle, Los Altos will retain possession. Dunn, shot, another block. There's a goal. That's number 8. Chris Kelch. And Los Altos. Well, that's the first step. Answer back with a goal after Menlo scored that 8th goal. Los Altos now to chip away, play solid defense. Kind of figure if Los Altos would have scored in half of the possessions they've had between their second and third goal, this would have been a much tighter game. But the Menlo defense, very stingy this afternoon. Los Altos needing to take advantage of their opportunities. From the top there, that's Kevin Burma. Burma down to Danforth. There's a lob, but that doesn't get very far, and Robbie Burmeister down the pool again. Menlo's biggest lead was 6 goals at 8-2. And there's a short pass tipped around, and Los Altos, good job of retrieving the ball. Still enough time here in the game. We're midway through the third quarter. Still the fourth quarter remains. Los Altos need a goal every possession now down the pool. Wiener kicks it back out. There's a shot. Another hand up in the air by a Menlo player. Now Dunn looking for the open man to the outside. Shot and a goal. That is Burma. And Los Altos scoring 2 goals in a row, and they cut the lead to 4. So the Eagles making a bit of noise here in the third quarter. See here on the replay, the whistle down below. Joey Dunn finding Burma to his left, and Burma with the shot to the outside, and it is now 8-4. In favor of Menlo. And there's a nice block by Jamie Clark, and Los Altos with possession again. Oh, we talked about this. Los Altos, they can put one in. Definitely. Menlo's going to have their hands full. There's a weak shot that skips to Burmeister. Now Menlo. Here's some people on the far side yelling out, use the clock, don't rush any shots. South is now applying a little bit more man-to-man pressure. Whistle. Let's give it down below. There's a shot and a goal. Grant Zeider, who had 5 goals in the semifinal win over Palo Alto, scores the 3rd goal of the quarter for Menlo, and Menlo, after letting Los Altos squeak within 4, has kicked the lead up to 5 at 9-4. There's a shot blocked by Burmeister, and that is the end of the quarter. 9-4 is your score. Los Altos down to their last 7 minutes. Back with the 4th quarter in a moment. 7 minutes left. Menlo with a 5-goal lead and smelling a CCS championship. There you hear more players yelling, use the clock. You got a 5-goal lead. Don't have to press for an early shot. 35-second shot clock. Kind of figuring if you can use at least 30 seconds per possession, and if you can get a goal every other possession, and the way Menlo's been playing defense, this game is all but over. Los Altos now definitely need a score per possession. There's Burmeister, a whistle. Murray kicks it back out to Dunn. Dunn tried to get it back to Murray, but Murray was fouled. Dunn will reset, kick it out to the left. Another whistle. Menlo making Los Altos use the clock, so that's good defense. There's a shot, skips off the post, kicking it back out to Burmeister, and Los Altos empty-handed again. Whistle. Menlo still keeps possession. And the ball just floats outside Los Altos. They'll get the ball right back. There's a shot that goes wide. Well, definitely Los Altos needs to shoot early in their possession. Time is of the essence now. Menlo up by 5. No rush in shooting the ball. $15 on the shot clock. There's a shot, skips in, it's a goal. Credit that to number 10, Thomas Foley, his second goal. Foley scored the first goal of the game. And Menlo equals their biggest lead of the match to 6 goals. It is 10-4 in favor of the Menlo Knights. And Los Altos, after pulling within 8-4, has seen Menlo. There's another block. Great job, Grant Zeider. Well, Los Altos probably a little bit of a downer coming into this match after this huge win over St. Francis. There's a shot. There's a goal. It is now 11-4. The rout is on, and Menlo can smell that championship and taste it. The replay. Aaron Platshon just beating everyone down the pool, skipping it into the goal, and it is now 11-4 in favor of Menlo. I was mentioning that Los Altos, after that huge win over St. Francis, big high, might have come maybe a little deflated. After the upset in the Lancer pool, there's a shot blocked by Burmeister, but it'll stay with the Eagles. Sometimes it happens at teams where you play a big semifinal or quarterfinal match in a game that you are a heavy underdog. You come up with the win, and you're almost still in that state of euphoria and shock, where it's like after you breathe a sigh of relief, you have to go back out and play just as hard or even harder against another tough opponent. And a timeout is being called by Los Altos. 11-4 Menlo. Interesting. Would be interesting to hear what Deke Rowell will have to say to his team. Down by 7. Los Altos crowd being taken out of this game since the second quarter. And the Menlo crowd, quiet now, but pretty much loud throughout the whole match. Shot, ball goes wide, and Burmeister gets a new ball. And Menlo again to use the clock.
John, stay here. John, stay. 5 on 5, guys. Go, be smart. Be smart, Mark.
11-4.
14, smart. Smart, work it. You got 10. Get it up and walk. Go, Joey. Got it.
And Joey done with the foul. Time running down on the shot clock, and the ball's thrown over the goal. And Los Altos with possession. Los Altos being shut out in the second quarter. Scoring 2 goals in the first, 2 in the third. And at the moment, shut out here in the fourth. Goals by Wiener, Murray, Kelch, and Burma. On the other hand, Menlo, 5 goals. Aaron Platshon, brother Kevin, has 2. And 2 goals each by Zeider and Foley as Menlo now calls timeout. Jack Bowen has a 7-goal lead. Probably he's just trying to tell his team to stay focused. Don't get too relaxed. A 7-goal lead in water polo can easily dissipate if you're not careful. Probably told him to use the clock. If Los Altos fouls, ball will still remain in their possession. Menlo just moving it around back and forth. No hurry at all. Backwards shot. Nice block. Jamie Clark reacting fast. Not getting fooled on the shot. See the boys using that behind the back pass more than the girls. Late stages of the quarter and of the match. Looks like Menlo well on their way of winning their 27th game of the year, coming in at 26-7. Los Altos came in with a 23-10 record. So 20-win seasons for each team. Successful year, but Menlo finally will finish on top. If I'm not mistaken, I think Menlo lost the last 2 championships to St. Francis. So Menlo, 3rd time a charm. See the players on the Menlo bench in the far corner, standing up in excitement. The crowd kind of quiet, but you'll know when the end of the game is near, especially when the countdown begins, when we're under 30 seconds. Not much time left in the game. Maybe a minute or so. Official time being kept by our officials. 11-4 is your score.
You got 10. 10. You got 5. Jump it. Defense. Defense.
And there's a countdown. There's the buzzer. Menlo wins, and the coach takes a dive. The Menlo Knights finally, after disappointments in 99 and 98, but the year 2000 is good to Menlo. Division II boys champions, an 11-4 winner over Los Altos. Deke Rowell, valiant effort on his part, his team. Coming up a game short, but they should be proud. They knocked off the two-time defending St. Francis Lancers and the top seed to get to this point. And Jack Bowen, happy that he can finally bring a championship to Menlo High School. So Menlo wins the boys Division II championship, and now it's the girls' turn. They'll try to knock off the top-seeded St. Francis Lancers. So congratulations to Menlo, as the trophies will be given out shortly. Menlo wins the championship. I'm Lazarus Sargentidis. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. This has been a KMVT